He'll call for the fair catch here. This crowd bringing an ear-splitting welcome to their visitors. They'll run it from the gun. Crosses the 30 to the 31, a 6-yard gain. Really important for a ranked team going into a hostile environment like this one, not to give the underdog reason to believe.
Yes, reason to believe, and don't give the fans reason to get jacked up and excited. Come out early, be in a business mode mindset.
You gotta start fast, you gotta have a sense of urgency. You cannot come sleepwalking into an environment like this, because if you do and you make some mistakes, this crowd will pounce on you and seize momentum.
This crowd bringing the energy and noise early. Looking to throw, it's Bacon. He just missed the target on that one. Gotta put it on his body.
And how loud is it in this building? This is crazy. These fans are going absolutely nuts. And I used to love when the fans got involved, and I'm on defense, because it messes with the snap count, it messes with the communication, and it can really rattle an offense.
Calls his own number. He'll move it up to the 37-yard line, and it'll be a first down.
And Artie, it's completely changed the game. Like, now it's 11-on-11 football. The quarterback used to hand it off and stand there and watch the play. Now he's very much involved in the play. He's running the football so much, and even when he's not, he's making somebody go with him and cover him. So the quarterback scrambling, the quarterback running has completely changed the way people play defense.
The Sooners will have it 1st and 10. Hand off from the shotgun. Nice, solid form tackle from this sophomore.
All right, well, the offense here, they're trying to get this run game established. They obviously don't break off a long run there, but they're just trying to find their footing at this point.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. Quickly out to the tight end. And the big fella couldn't elude the cornerback, who makes a sure tackle.
A nice job by the defense there, tackling the catch and smothering the tight end. They know this offense is going to try to find him in the passing game in a lot of different situations. That time, perfect coverage, and nice job bringing the big guy down. Not easy to do.
Here comes this home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on 3rd down. Quarterback keeps it. They'll get it to the 48. No need to measure. It's a 1st down.
QBs that can run completely change your game plan. I mean, every single bit of it. You have to understand, now as a pass rusher, I got to keep him in the pocket. I got to understand all the zone read concepts and the power read and the jet read, all the different things they can do to you. So, you know, having a guy back there at the helm that can run the football, you better be alert of it from the first play to the end of the 4th quarter.
They'll pick up 4, 2nd and 6 coming.
And runs like that are like body blows in a boxing match. 4, 5, 6-yard gains early turn into 20, 30, 40-yard gains later. They really wear down defenses, and they test their physicality.
This crowd trying to make life miserable for this offense. Back to throw, it's Bacon. Looking to buy time. Got away from trouble and got rid of it.
Defense, we're always trying to get some tips. You know, break on the football, get a tip, get it up in the air. Nice job by the player breaking the football and forcing the incompletion.
8th play on this opening drive coming up, and they need a 3rd down conversion. From the gun, wants to pass. Quarterback moving out of the pocket. On the move, he fires. And he got a hand in there, knocks it away, incomplete. And so on their opening drive of the game, they want to stay on the field, and the offense will go for it on 4th down. Makes the grab well past the sticks. And he'll be taken down, but he does have enough for the 1st down.
That's a great example of the receiver knowing exactly where the 1st down marker is. He got the depth he needed to get, so once he was able to make the catch, he already knew he had it, and now a fresh set of downs.
Assault continues. Buying some time. The freshman able to get home with the sack.
Man, that's an impressive play. This dude is so dominant. I'll tell you, we don't have enough time in this broadcast to list off all the great Alabama D linemen, especially in recent years. That play right there, that reminds me of a guy I played against back in the day, Cornelius Griffin, playing on the inside of Alabama's defensive line. You knew every single time you dropped back, you were going to have that guy in your lap. He was always pushing the pocket, and he was always collapsing it with his speed and athleticism and his first step. That last play right there reminds me of some of these great players we've seen on the Crimson Tide D-line here in recent years.
Leaves it with the back. At the 35, he's loose. Corralled and brought down by the defense. The Sooners want to pick up the tempo. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. They make the stop, and this running game moves the chains as they get the 1st down.
I think throughout the week in practice, when they were game planning their opening script, I don't even know if they envisioned it going as well as it has. This has been beautiful. Nice balance, really nice rhythm. It feels like everything they're dialing up here on their first drive of the game is working to perfection.
And listen, they didn't get the huge play off of that, but I love the ability to show that and be able to show plays off of that jet motion and just show them you're willing to complete it. But, you know, get those little chunks at a time. It doesn't have to always be a home run. That's still a successful play.
It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. This is a designed run. That's what you expect from a senior. Don't give them any extra yards. Great tackle there.
And you can tell the QB wants to run. He's going to be a big part of the game plan, and the defense really, really understands that. I got to understand, and more importantly, when I get a lick on this cat, I got to take it. Like, not dirty, not cheap shots, but end of the plays, when I can be physical and really make him feel me, I think that'll always bode well in the 4th quarter game.
This offense trying to quieten the crowd on 1st and goal, and they are not cooperating. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown Sooners!
How impressive has this offense been just hogging the ball? They've just been eating away at the clock. They've been matriculating the football down the field. And here they are scoring a touchdown on their opening possession. The opposing quarterback's like, bro, when am I going to get the ball? When do I get a chance to take the field? That was crazy.
And the PAT makes it 7-0. So that was a lengthy 17-play drive, and they punctuated it with a 5-yard touchdown run. The kickoff team out there getting set. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He only needs a sliver of daylight. Oh, what vision. Can they catch him? He will score! Touchdown, Crimson Tide! Boy, nothing electrifies a stadium quite like a return for a touchdown.
It's always so exciting because you don't see them very often. You got to go so many yards, 80, 90 yards at a time. What a great job by the returners, showing the speed, providing the electricity. There's a reason they're all jacked up, and it's because of that awesome kickoff return.
Fair catch, called for and made. Here comes the Oklahoma offense. If you like old-fashioned, grind-it-up, run-over-'em football, that last touchdown drive was for you, Jesse.
That was impressive, man. Great blocking up front.
Going for a big play right off the bat. And he's got it inside the 30-yard line. And the tackle is made, but not before that completion gets them 30-plus. Lethal weapons all over the field. That has been the standard at Oklahoma for several years.
I mean, so many guys, and they built this offense on space and speed, and it's the playmakers out wide. Listen, they've had great quarterbacks, but if you don't have guys outside that are going to make plays, obviously it makes it hard to move the football. These guys, they make it easy.
That's the end of the first quarter, with the score tied 7-7.
They'll start the drive here with first down to open this period. Wide receiver coming across in motion. Looks as if he's going to run it. And they try to run inside, and there is nowhere to go. Offense gets set for second down. To the air, it's Bacon. Setting up the screen. That completion will take them inside the 10 to the 9-yard line.
Well, they pick up the first down there on the screen. I love the offensive line there, allowing the pass rush to get way up the field. They completely baited their guys, made them think that they got beaten, that they were going to get the sack, and then they sneak the running back screen right in behind them and pick up the first.
Got his man quickly. And he cruises his way to the house. Touchdown, Oklahoma!
Number 87.
A methodical drive that they finish off by tossing it to the tight end.
And the tight end, I tell you what, this is a position that's evolved so much, right? And you see him move all over the field. It's kind of like, where is Waldo? You got to find this big fella, especially down in the red zone area. This is the guy they're going to target and make the big play, get the touchdown.
Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. Arkansas is dominating this one, thanks to an offense that's been running hog wild since the opening kickoff. They're up 14 over Clemson. Just another week of college football where we've come to expect the unexpected, fellas.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. First down here for the offense. Hold and fire complete. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
Great play by the cornerback. He was just way too physical at the point of attack. He beat his man trying to block him, and he tackled that receiver on the screen.
Just got one on that last run. Now 2nd and 9 from their own 26. Good, solid pickup on that one. They've got it out to the 40, and it's first down. If you're going to play Bama tough, you're going to find out really early if you can handle the running game.
They're going to check your chin. I mean, they're going to come in and they're going to give you a steady diet of it. Even when they've had great quarterback play and spread the ball out, it's still a physical principle. They're going to make you stop the run. If you can't stop it could be a long game.
That's about as close as you can get to that marker, and it will be second and just a few breaths away from the first down.
There's a lot of different ways this offense can attack you throwing the ball. One of them is getting the running back going, and the screen is a great way to get him lathered up and get the defense starting to think about him a little bit more.
And here comes the offense on second down. They'll give it to the back. Looks like Alabama will pick up the first down.
Well, I know this is an offensive line that has a ton of pride. They want to come out each and every game and really impose their will on the D-line. They got just enough push there on that run play to pick up the first.
This Alabama offense is clicking. They're set up with another first down. And a decent gain there before the defense makes the stop.
And as an offense, having success on a run play like that early in the game just opens up all the possibilities of your playbook moving forward. Play action, running the ball, throwing the ball, screens, anything is at your disposal at this point.
And a really nice run and pick up there before the defense avoided disaster and stopped the really big play.
And a great job by the offensive line. If you're going to run the ball right at the middle, you better control the line of scrimmage. You can see the center, the guard, the tackles doing a good job getting on their guys just enough where this running back can get into space and make the big game.
Oh, gave the defender the business. He stopped just a chain link or two away from the first down and sets them up beautifully here.
Man, when I can run the football like that on first down and create second and inches and stay way ahead of the sticks and be in a position now where I can throw the football or run, I will have a lot of success on the offensive side of the football.
Looks as if the Crimson Tide will have the first down.
Well, it's an offense that prides themselves on being physical. No mystery there. You need 1 yard, turn around, hand it off, let him go to work.
Just inside the red zone, 1st and 10 from the 19. Quarterback changing the plays at the line. He's going to pass. Into the end zone. It falls incomplete. He was trying to find his man for 6.
Well, we know down here when you're throwing into the end zone, the windows are so small. Ball gets tipped like that, there are a lot of defenders lurking around. QB's lucky that one wasn't picked.
They'll line up for a second down play. Touch pass on the jet sweep. Headed to the end zone. Into the house. Touchdown, Alabama! An impressive, long, methodical, meticulous drive ends in points.
They just matriculated the ball down the field, didn't they, Reese? So impressive. Didn't see a lot of explosive plays, but how about the execution? Running and throwing the football. Wow.
All tied up and just about set to kick it away. He thought about bringing that out for a half second, but he'll take a knee and they'll bring it to the 25. Time for this Sooner offense to go back to work. After standing on the sideline and watching that long touchdown drive, they really need to put something together to give their defense a rest.
And that's a real thing, man. Like, you played a lot of plays, you get worn out, you need a chance to go decompress on the sideline, get some oxygen. Palmer, now it's on this offense.
Yeah, this is the definition of complementary football because it's a two-pronged problem. You've got to score points and answer, but you've also got to take your time and give your defense an opportunity to get their win.
And the Sooners are stopped, but not before getting the first down. He wants to throw. He makes the connection. He's brought down. Solid pickup, but a little bit short of the first down. We'll take a quick break here. 2 minutes to play in the first half. Second and short now after that completion. They'll run the toss. At the 40, there he goes. Running toward the tape. And he'll take it to the house. He got loose. Touchdown Sooners.
And that is exactly what you want from your offense. Man, late in the half, you want to execute and then punch it in physically on the ground, take the lead going into the half, take all the momentum. Nice execution on the drive by that offense.
And with the extra point, the score is now 21-14. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. These two defenses have had their heads spinning here in the first half, and now we might even see a little more scoring with this drive.
It's going back and forth. This is like two heavyweights just trading blows, David. What does this defense got to do to get a stop here?
I tell you what, man, when you're giving up points like this and you've got no momentum, you got to find somebody that can make a play to create something. And listen, if they're scoring anyways, let's be aggressive. Let's blitz more. Let's make sure we're making them feel discomfort in some way, shape, or form.
Touch pass on the run. Breaks the tackle. And they're able to force him out of bounds after a short pickup.
And these little touch passes, man, they're just the easiest completions ever for quarterbacks. Palmer, I bet you would have loved being able to just flip it forward. That counts as to your completion percentage, which is good. And then it's all run after the catch, so pretty easy for a QB.
You wouldn't have been the only All-American in this booth, David, if I were allowed to push passes when I was playing quarterback. I'll tell you that. It is so hard to defend. It's so hard to seal that edge, especially when this guy's full speed ahead coming around the outside.
They're in their own territory, but they only need a few inches, and this is why you have a prominent jawline and an urgent resolve. They'll go for it. He's got enough for the first down. They'll spot it at the 37.
Yeah, I like it. I like the confidence of the coaches. When you're an offensive coach, you got to be aggressive nowadays. And going for it in your own territory, it used to be, no, you can't do that. Now, everybody's like, you know what? Analytically, that makes sense.
Starting to feel a little pressure. Got his man. He's loose. He just brought some serious energy, making that huge play and getting it all the way down to the 23-yard line.
How great is it to have a running back who can basically run your entire route tree? You don't see a lot of guys line up and then run vertically down the field, get open, and make a big play. This dude is special.
The Crimson Tide comes to the line with the 1st and 10. Gets it out fast. A most efficient pickup of 6 on first down. It's 2nd and 4. Up-tempo for the offense. Movement on the offense, and they'll lose 5 yards on the penalty. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Quick touch pass to the receiver. So close to that end zone. He could almost taste it, but it'll be 1st and goal for this offense. There's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. They'll have just enough time to get one more snap before the half. Timeout called here by the defense. It's their first of the half. Got it. And now a chance to pull even. First and goal as we get late in the first half. Direct snap. And he takes it to the house. Touchdown tie.
And how about this offense responding late in the first half, getting the score, now an extra point away from tying this football game, going into the half. That's exactly how you draw up a 2-minute drill. That's how you want to finish a half.
And the point after is good. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update. The Sooners will kick it off to start the second half. Let's see what he can get done from inside his own 15. Couldn't find a way to create that. As he stopped at the 25. Here comes that Alabama offense. First drive of the second half, always fun to watch. You see what type of tweaks were made at the half, especially when you're locked up in a ball game like this one.
Yeah, and it's been a good game. I mean, it's been a little bit of back and forth and a feeling out process. And now once you get in the second half, who's going to get aggressive, Palmer? Who's going to take some shots, try to make some plays, and really go for it?
Yeah, it's interesting. I think as play callers right now, you learn a lot about these coaching staffs with respect to who does make the best adjustments. There's a lot of coaches that believe we're just going to be who we are. We're going to keep doing what we do. We're just going to do it better. But then there are others that... A little bit on offense and on defense. We're going to find out here.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. They'll try the run. Creating some space, getting just enough good blocking, and they've got it up to the 47-yard line.
Keep pounding away at this defense and make them play the run. If you can get this many a chunk, they're going to have to commit more guys to the box, more guys to the run. Then you open it up for the passing game.
Bully ball on 3rd and short. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
That back had absolutely nowhere to run the football. Actually, is he counting? I think he's counting to make sure there's only 11 guys on defense.
A couple of yards short of the first down in your own territory, but they are going to go for it on 4th. They stop him short of the marker, and they'll turn it over on down.
What a big stop for this defense in the second half around midfield. You can set your offense up for success right here on this drive by getting that big 4th down stop.
The Sooner offense returns to the field. From the gun, running back gets to give. And a good, solid pickup there before the defense knocks him down. The Sooners come to the line in the hurry-up. Back to throw, it's Bacon. He'll take a shot. And they can't quite hook up trying to make a completion in the back corner of the end zone.
And listen, as a quarterback, you're trying to find the matchup, trying to find who's open. I don't know if anybody was open, but that was not a greatly thrown football. I don't know if it was miscommunication, but the ball thrown out of bounds and just on to the next down.
Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on third down. Off the RPO, fire right, trying to convert. Moving deeper into enemy territory. Move the chains. It's first down at the 27. And the Sooners come to the line with a new set of downs. Receiver on the move gets the touch pass. And a pickup of 8 opens a world of opportunities on 2nd and 2. This crowd knows they have to bring it in big moments, and one of those has arrived. Touch pass on the jet sweep. He steps out of bounds, but he's got a first down on the play.
Just went with something very easy, very reliable. Flip it forward, let your receiver do the rest. I only got to get a few yards. Nice job, nice execution. First down.
The Sooners have this offense rolling. The option look. Got some room, headed to the goal line. Touchdown, Oklahoma! And with that one, they jump on top here in the second half.
Now, this is why I love having a quarterback that can make plays. I mean, he's so dynamic that I give him the ball in design runs like this, and you got to guard the whole field now. You got to guard everybody because he can still throw it, and he walks into the end zone and gets the big touchdown.
About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. From inside the 10, here he comes. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. That fourth down gamble didn't pay off on the last drive, and it led to giving up a scoring drive, David.
Yeah, and everybody wants to go for it on fourth down. Everybody wants that, but your defense sometimes has to bail out your decision-making. We decided to go for it. We didn't get it. And the defense, Jesse, didn't come up big and prove me right.
Yeah, not complimentary football, no doubt. But look, this offense has been in these situations before. So you got to come back out here, take the field. It's a fresh set of downs, brand new drive. Let's go out and execute, put some points on the board.
Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down.
That's a real good-looking throw. And I know at Alabama recently they've had a lot of different quarterbacks, and they've also had a lot of different guys calling the plays. But one thing that's never seemed to waver is how explosive the offense has been, and the big reason is because of the efficient play they've had consistently year in, year out at the quarterback position as well. They recruited extremely well. They coach these guys up. And this is a guy who loves football, loves the X's and O's, and you're seeing it translate onto the field right now.
Man coverage, when they get up in your face, they make things hard. You want to be able to attack the whole field and get them leaning one direction and then break outside like you did there. Nice out route connection, nice chemistry between quarterback and wide receiver.
He's looking for an open man on second down. He lofts it high and deep down the left side. And he'll haul it in and take it to the end zone. Touchdown, Bama!
When you can run like that, the quarterback is going to give you opportunities. And look at him run by the defenders. QB sees it, stick the hand up in the air, catch the football, get to the end zone.
After that latest answer, tied things up, just about set to kick it away again. No return coming. He'll call for the fair catch. We'll get another look at this Oklahoma offense. That last drive really productive. David wound up with a touchdown. They'll try to do it again.
Yeah, so I don't expect this offense to change too much, Reese. They had a great drive. They got the touchdown. Everything working. I would expect them to keep pushing this ball downhill.
And just imagine if they could put another touchdown on the board right here. They could capture so much momentum in this game with back-to-back TDs.
They can really be aggressive after that last play at 2nd and 3. They'll toss it to the left. Able to work it to the 39-yard line, and that'll be a first down.
Well, this defense is on its heels right now, especially trying to stop the run. They're just not being physical enough. They give up another run right there for a first down. Someone's going to have to step up and make a play.
From the 39-yard line, it's 1st and 10. They'll give it to him again. Good pickup on that play. It'll bring up 2nd and 4.
You want to talk about making it easy for an offensive coordinator. You pick up a bunch of yards on first down, make that second down really, really manageable. That's a great job by the offense.
Got 6 on first down. Now a lot of options on 2nd and 4. Quarterback flips it ahead quickly to the receiver. Just a solid stop by this sophomore.
Well, and on these little push passes, timing is so important. You're trying to snap it right as he's getting a full head of steam. When he gets the ball, he's hitting the outside, and David, it puts the defense in such a difficult spot.
You immediately have to be rotating when you see that motion, so everybody's got to communicate and kind of bump over. That's why offenses love to run it. It makes the defense communicate and see if you can just get him out of a spot.
And he found plenty of running room on that one before the defense was finally able to get him down.
Man, the evolution of the quarterback position, basically you should call them running backs who throw the ball really well now.
And guys, you know the other thing that happens here is that sets up the next play because you've sort of left the defensive line gassed trying to run down the quarterback.
Oh, you got to be in shape, chasing him around all day on design runs, on scrambles, and it's just, and the +1 advantage you get by having that guy. It's so hard to defend.
Got a good one going here. All tied up in the 3rd. It's 2nd and 10. Looking to throw. It's Bacon. Fires to the wideout. It's caught downfield. And they'll finally bring him down after he rips off a huge play.
And that's good enough for a first down. That's the end of the 3rd quarter. And after 3, we are all tied up.
First down to start the drive after the break. Looking to move it through the air. The offense pops it up, and they were on the move. Now the defense has got it, and they're going the other way. Touchdown, Crimson Tide. Not content. They scored with the fumble. What a shift in momentum. What a big-time play. He just took matters into his own hands.
And what a mistake by the QB throwing the football. His receiver, obviously, they were on the same page at all, but the defender steps in front, makes the big play, and then every kid's dream, right? You play defense, you create the turnover, and then you take it all the way to the inside.
They'll give it to Johnson. They make the stop after a pickup of 3. Ball's at the 18. Third down, and this crowd will blow out a vocal cord to help this defense. From the gun, wants to pass. Unleashes to the end zone. And he was trying to pay off this red zone opportunity, but it's incomplete.
And the offense got themselves in a tough situation. 3rd and long, so hard to execute, especially when the field starts to shrink. But the good news is they got a field goal in their back pocket.
A tie game here late, and they do not want to give up this football. They'll go for it on 4th down. He wants it all. And this is going to be intercepted. A big play in a tie game. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick. The pressure was rising, drama just encapsulating this entire stadium, and the defense comes up with that pick.
Yeah, so if the quarterback, he's got to be able to handle this situation. Obviously, everything gets elevated. Everything has to happen a split second sooner. You feel the crowd noise. You can feel the energy, but you've got to keep your poise. And you just wonder in this juncture of the game if the quarterback's starting to lose his cool.
After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. The pull and throw off the RPO. And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup.
You know, the defense, they just haven't been able to find an answer for this guy throughout the course of the game. Obviously, he's got 2 touchdowns, picks up the first down there. They've tried doubling him. They've tried man coverage, zone coverage. Nothing working on defense. They can't stop him.
It's first down from their own 23-yard line. Here's the handoff. That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a first down at the 37.
First down, you know you always want to establish the running game. How about this offense? Nothing fancy. Run the football, be physical, get a big gain.
Alabama with a 1st and 10 here. Little touch pass to the receiver. He's brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up.
Got to give the defense credit. Watching film, anticipating. They knew that this offense had this play in their back pocket. They knew about the speed of this wide receiver and different ways they were going to try to get him involved. Everybody on defense on the same page, playing together. I love it.
Here comes the offense on 2nd down. Quarterback reacting to what the D is showing. He wants to throw here on 2nd down. Quarterback doing what he does best. He can move. He's got it down the right side. Just broke the tackle and still on his feet. Touchdown, Alabama! And they grab the advantage, taking the lead here in the 4th. He has been surgical. Precision passes, using the scalpel, the fine instrument, rather than the blunt one.
And the defense has had absolutely no answer. Just, he's been down their throats all game long, a step ahead, understanding what he's seeing, and just destroying this defense.
Not going to risk a return here. He'll make the fair catch. Come the Sooners ready to go on offense. That last possession, a prime example, Jesse, of how things get condensed in the red zone.
Hard to throw when the windows are smaller, and that's what happens down near the goal line, David. But for this quarterback here, just take accountability and ownership, come out here and lead your offense.
And move on. Like, we needed points. That's something that we can harp on. We'll watch the tape this week, but now it's time to move on. Let's get another drive going.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. The give to the back. Discards a man. How about the patience from this sophomore to hunt that green grass? The Sooners racing to the line in the hurry-up. Right back to the well. And how about the efficiency on that one? It'll bring up 2nd and 4. They'll try to snap it quickly. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. Not a whole lot of progress made there on the short run. These fans stepping up to help this defense on 3rd down. They'll try to get it through the air. Steps away to find some room. Trying to make magic with his feet. He steps out of bounds, but he's got enough for a first down.
Defensively, I think you have different strategies for these situations. The clock is your friend, right? You want that thing to tick. You're up in the fourth quarter, but you don't want to sit back and prevent, because you've heard the saying, you really just prevent yourself from winning.
From the gun, they'll try the middle. What a nifty run there to pick up the first down. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and the defense needs to come up with a stop to close this thing out. Big drive for this offense late, trying to tie the game. They pieced together a couple of first downs, and here they come again. Fires to the tight end. And that corner came in hot despite knowing that he was giving up some size. Clock's running, and they'll try to get to the line warp speed for second down. They'll leave it with him. They wrestle him to the ground, but he's got plenty for a first down.
And another nice gain by the offense. All right, defense, we got to change something up here. They're putting a big drive together, play after play, having a lot of success. How do we break the rhythm? How do we give them something that can create a tackle for a loss or a sack or something to get momentum back on my side?
Quick pass on the jet motion. Headed to the end zone. Touchdown Sooners! And they take it in for 6 more points.
And great job executing. The offense did what they needed to do. You got somewhat of a decision here. Do you want to kick it, tie it up? I think you do with this time frame. 1 to 2 minutes left in the fourth quarter. You probably want to do that, but you could push the envelope. You could go for 2 and try to take the lead.
Coming down the stretch in the fourth, and we are all tied up, about set to kick it away. The ball bounces through the end zone, and it will be a touchback. Here comes that Alabama offense. A pretty good bit of ground to cover here, Jesse, but they've got some time to work with.
They do. So tempo is going to be important. You got to go fast. You just got to make good decisions at the quarterback position.
And those good decisions are throwing the ball beyond the sticks, using the sidelines to get out of bounds, try to maximize this time and get in a position to win.
Leaves it with the running back. A run up the middle is stuck for no gain.
Great job of contained by this defense. And in order to do that, the end man on the line of scrimmage defensively has got to be able to set the point and force the football back into traffic. That's exactly what happened.
Faced with a 3rd and short from their own 32 to keep this drive alive. Motion from the offense. They'll try to run for it. Didn't get much, picked up a yard, and that will leave them with 4th and 2. The defense calls the timeout, their second of the day, as they try to get their act together.
Timeout, Oklahoma.
Tie game here late in the fourth. They want to control the ball, and they're not going to punt it away. They'll go for it on 4th down. Still on his feet at the 45. They finally make the stop, but the big run is plenty to move those sticks for the first down. All knotted up and just a little bit of time left in regulation. Quarterback will audible. Toss to the left. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry. Boy, it was like the defender heard the play call. He was ready for that one.
And one of the things is diagnose and go get it. They saw it and they went and got it. They were not letting that ball go to the wide side of the field.
Quarterback quick pass to the receiver. They get him on the ground after he gets enough to move the sticks.
I love that play call, and I love the timing of the pre-snap motion. Because the quarterback was able to get it to the receiver right behind the offensive line, because of the timing, he was able to outflank the defense. That puts him out in space where he's able to use his speed. Nice job with the pre-snap motion and timing.
Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Running back searching for a hole. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. They'll call timeout with 9 seconds left on the clock.
Timeout, Alabama.
This will be the 8th play of the drive, but a great opportunity for the defense to get off the field. On 3rd and long, you'll need to push it downfield. Touchdown time! And they've got the lead in the final minute.
And that is exactly what you want from this offense. Take almost all the clock, execute, and now go out and take a lead by a touchdown. Great, flawless execution by this offense.
They'll try to add another to their lead. The extra point is good, and now in the 4th, they're up by a touchdown and an extra point. So they put together a 9-play, 75-yard drive. And they finish things off with a 44-yard touchdown pass. He'll call for the fair catch here. Got to get everybody lined up quickly. Time winding away, and they've got to push the ball down the field. Looking to pass. It's Bacon. Using his legs to buy some time. Blasted as he lets it go. And the pass is incomplete, and the ball game is over, and this will be a game of what might have been. Plenty of fireworks in this one. A lot of points. They always talk about having the chalk last, and it seemed like whoever was on offense had the last laugh.
It's amazing how much offenses have just boomed in college football. So good, so many ways to hurt you, and you saw both of these offenses put on the show today, Jess.
Dave, we talked to both of these coaching staffs, and their defensive coordinators were losing sleep all week. They knew this was going to be a tough task ahead of them. So much speed, so much firepower on both of these offenses. And, man, we saw that here today.
So that's going to do it for us. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, I'm Reese Davis saying so long. This has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.